I guess. Watch. It is called the Derek's Fur Coat.
Oh, yeah, I saw what you wrote. Yeah.
I got a shit all over your coat like a damn cook. At 19, 18, and 10.
All right, go to the players.
We're rolling.
I figured you were rolling. You think you're slick, T?
I don't think I'm slick. I just need to roll.
Filter.
Good job.
Oh, check goalies too. I don't know anything with goalies right now. Who's deleted goalies?
Your pen.
Not Marty Brodeur, I'd say that for fucking nothing.
Hit rank.
Kiprasov, of course.
10, 9.
Welcome to NHL Soapbox. I'm Brian Ratzker.
And I'm John Panino.
And the NHL's back.
Yes, hockey is back. We are very excited.
Yeah, I mean, we're about 3 weeks in, and a lot of turmoil going on in the NHL right now.
Already one job of a coach gone, and
Yeah.
GM is gone, and it's not the Islanders GM. How do you like that?
Yeah, the Islanders are not in last place. You heard it here first. They are not in last place.
So it's pretty good. It's been an exciting season so far.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of surprises. Kari Lehtinen leads the league as a goalie.
In wins, everybody, I don't think anybody picked Atlanta to be doing this well. I mean, obviously they had a lot of talent, but it's pretty good so far for them.
Yeah, Alexander Semin, he's actually outscoring Alexander Ovechkin. I mean,
Yeah,
who would have thunk?
I know, it's pretty crazy, and we'll have some highlights coming up by Alexander Semin. Should be good.
Yeah, I mean, in this first game, he actually had a hat trick, and if you haven't checked it out, we actually have all the goals, and we'll show them to you in a bit.
Yep.
Speaking of Alexander Ovechkin, he's not doing quite well yet.
Well, it's not doing, like, amazing. It's not like he's ripping it up like we thought he was going to be doing. But obviously, sophomore slump, everybody goes through it to a point. I don't think he's going to be doing it all season. He's just way too talented. But
Oh, no, definitely. He's going to bounce back. I mean,
Yeah.
I think the talk of the town for the first month of the NHL is Pittsburgh.
yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
Crosby is Crosby just like last year, and Jordan Stahl's playing awesome. And now Evgeny Malkin has showed up, and he's scoring every game.
I know. I picked him up in my fantasy league, and he's ripping it up.
Yeah,
So good
nobody
stuff.
was really sure how well he'd do, but, you know, everyone that's picked him up is pretty happy right now. Jordan Stahl is another one to look at that, you know, he's doing well.
Yeah, the little stall. He's good. You know, not like Eric yet, but we'll see.
Now, we always have to throw in something for the Islanders, and it looks like Yashin is actually producing.
Cash and Yash is earning
Yeah.
those paychecks, baby. So pretty exciting so far.
Yeah, of course,
we
DiPietro.
we only really get points in the overtime loss column. So
No.
we're not doing that well.
No,
We're doing okay. We get
true.
our points, but we still lose.
Well, I mean, and what's really going on is DiPietro's, you know, he's got probably a 15 goals against average to match every year of his contract,
I hate
and
it.
Mike Dunham is actually playing much better than him, so hopefully he can actually turn it around and start playing like the goaltender we paid for.
Yeah, not bad. But yeah, I think we want to show you guys some of the goals from the early part of the season. Definitely some of Seaman's goals right now. So why don't you guys check some of this out? I don't know.
All right, now look at it again. Look at it again. We'll start now. We're starting.
Oh, okay.
So those are some of the goals from the season so far. We'd also like to show you a little bit of a check reel. You know, we'd like to show you some of the best checks.
Big hits are good.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got Big Z in Boston, and I'm sure he's pounding some people around. And
Sure, he's hit a few.
yeah, so and you know, Jordan Tutu's out there. I mean, he's always pounding pavement. So
But where's Steve Webb? That's what I want to know.
yeah, Steve Webb, he's just I don't know. I think he's selling insurance or something.
Go to the Islanders.
Yeah, or working for the Islanders. They always give everyone a job, don't they?
No, seriously. That's ridiculous.
So yeah, so check out these hits. Hope you enjoy those.
Check them out.
Now let's talk about fantasy
Sure.
specifically. So hope you enjoyed those hits. We're big fantasy players. I'm sure many of the watchers are as well. I've got like 4 leagues going on right now. I think you have like 4 leagues.
Three maybe.
3 leagues. So one thing that we'd like to talk about is, sometimes you just make mistakes, and especially his leagues, you happen to pick all the same players on all your teams.
See, this works really well if you think all the players are going to do very well. Problem is, none of my players are doing well, except for one league. One league I switched it up because all the guys I wanted to take, like the person before me took them, like right then. But that actually worked out into my favor because I got all different players. But oh my God, if you pick the same guys and they're not going to do good, you just get screwed in every league. So it's not a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I did pick up like Briere in a few of my leagues, and I did pick Spezza up in a couple of leagues, which right now he's not doing too well, but it looks like Ottawa's going to bounce back a little. We mentioned Alexander Semin before. He's like one of the league leaders in goals.
Yeah.
That was definitely a huge surprise. And Kari Lehtinen, of course, top goaltender in the league right now, and that's definitely a huge surprise.
Chris Drury is leading the league in
Yeah.
points. I mean, he was good last year, and I mean, everybody sees how talented Buffalo is now. I mean, what are they, 9-0 to start the season right now?
Yeah,
So,
and they're playing the Islanders tomorrow, and
Yeah.
hopefully Ted Nolan can get back at his team and kill that record.
Yeah, hopefully. But
Yeah, and big surprise, I think, Peter Sikora. Nobody really expected him to play well anymore.
no, nobody like this anyway. So Rangers idiots for letting him go.
Yeah, he's on top of the league right now, playing with Hemsky, and they're lighting it up there in Edmonton.
So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the highlights, and I think you should stay tuned next time. We'll have another thing.
Yeah, we're actually trying to set things up a little more and get a lot of more footage for you and try to really, get as much good highlights as possible. So, we hope to do this more often and really get you on top of the NHL and obviously make ESPN look very bad.
Cut it.
I hope you... What?
Takes a second to start.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the check reel. We love showing some great hits, and we'll make it a little longer next time if we can.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. It's always good seeing somebody getting their teeth knocked out.
Exactly. And we want to talk a little about fantasy hockey. We both are in about 4 leagues on my side, and he's in about 3 leagues on his side. And I like to make fun of him because he just keeps on picking the same players in all of his leagues, and they all suck.
Yeah, it's not very good. Never a good idea when selecting your fantasy team to just take your favorite guys, because if they all do bad, it's never a good thing.
Yeah, it's working out a little for me. I got Briere in a few leagues, and he's putting up some points. Not quite as many as Drury, who's actually surprising the league right now.
Yeah, well, I deserve it. I took a dirty Ranger, Henrik Lundqvist, as my goalie, and they're not doing so good, which I'm excited about. As an Islander fan, but it's overall in the fantasy thing, it's not so good.
Yeah, and if anyone picked up Yashin, they're thanking their lucky charms that if they don't have a salary cap in their league, he's actually putting up some points.
Yeah, no, pretty good.
Some of the defensemen we'd like to talk about, out of nowhere, we got Sammy Salo, who's like leading league right now. It's a little early, but Vancouver's putting up a lot of points.
Yeah,
the
no.
Sedin twins
Oh,
and
yeah, I got both Sedin.
Naslin together.
Those Sedin twins on one of my teams.
Yeah, they're rocking it.
Ridiculous.
So if you ever picked those guys up, you were definitely lucky to pick them up.
Oh, yeah.
Matthias Olin's not really doing much, but I'm sure he's getting top ice time.
A lot of the big name guys that were really awesome last year. I mean, obviously it's early. Yeah, it's still the first month of the season, but I'm sure it'll all balance out in the end.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is just the first month. We got guys like who surprised us, like Matt Carl. If you watch any of the San Jose Sharks games, they've got all the offense up front, but Matt Carl's a rookie, come out of nowhere, and he's playing pretty well. I mean, on the blue line, and I liked his game. He's going to be a pretty good player.
Yeah, plus they got Christian Ehrhoff out there in San Jose too, who's another great young player.
Yeah, nasty German. He's putting up some points.
So good job.
Scoring side, Martin Havlat was leading the league.
until
Yeah, he got injured, and he gets injured.
and who else? Habibullah. Who's Havlat and Habibullah?
Yeah, they have a bit of injury problems over there in Chicago, but at the time they were surprising everyone. I mean, they were doing pretty well.
Yeah, well, it's about time. They could only suck for so long.
Yeah, and Radim Verbata was riding that wave too because he had a decent amount of points as well. So if he's available in your leagues, you should definitely pick up Verbata.
And he's available in most leagues. Most people didn't really even have him on their radar.
Yeah. Who else is leading the league right now? Drury we talked about.
Yeah, Drury. He's got 10 goals, 14 points, something like that.
Sedin Twins. Kovalchuk actually jumped back up there with his hat trick.
Had a hat trick. He didn't do anything until that point.
Yeah.
He had 3 goals and assists the other night.
Slava Kozlov, he's one to watch out about. He's actually doing pretty well right now.
And Peter Sikora, who you have.
Yeah, Peter Sikora. Oh, good call right there.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, Peter Sikora. Everyone thought he was done with.
He's always been good, and it's not like he was really done with. He put up points, but he was playing with Jagger, obviously, with the Rangers. So when he goes to Edmonton, you figure...
He wasn't really playing with Jagger. He was on the second line.
Yeah.
He was playing with Pruka a lot, and he was doing decently. When he went to the Rangers, he was putting almost a point per game up. But now he's playing with Hemsky, and they are lighting it up.
Oh, yeah. So...
Yeah, so that's looking good. And, Pittsburgh Penguins.
Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, Crosby, Malkin, and Jordan Stahl.
Malkin's a beast.
Oh my gosh, these young players, they're really showing everything. You got Marc-Andre Fleury, he's doing really well too, and Ryan Whitney, I got him, he's doing real well. So you got to watch out and maybe pick up some of these Penguins that maybe fell under the radar.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hopefully you have a better fantasy season than he's having. And hope you enjoyed our episode this week or this couple of weeks or whatever. But we're going to try to bring this to you more often and bring you as many more clips as possible. And we hope you come back and watch again.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. See ya. So we're talking about the hits first, right?
Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed the hit reel. We hope to bring you...
It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, we hope to bring you many more bumps and bruises throughout the season. And
you gotta love it.
Yeah, hopefully some good hip checks. And
what we really are going to be looking for is someone getting hit through the glass. As soon as that happens, we'll be giving that to you.
As long as we get actual footage of that.
Piracy.
I'm sure somebody will post it online.
Yes.
So now we'd like to talk about fantasy hockey. I'm in 4 leagues.
3 leagues?
He's in 3 leagues. And his team sucks because...
Alright, this is why my team sucks. It's I like the same players in all my leagues, and I thought they were going to do really good. So I choose all the same players in all my leagues. And when they don't do so good, I don't do so good. So it's never a good idea if you're doing that for your fantasy team. Just don't do it. Not a good idea.
Sometimes it works out. I got Briere in a few leagues. He's putting up some points, and it's you're playing with fire there when you're picking all the same players.
Yeah, well, this year has been crazy because the top scorers are not who you'd think. Going into it, we were like Ovechkin, Crosby, gonna light it up. So far, not
Thornton.
exactly the case. Yeah, Thornton, not there yet.
No, actually, the top scorers right now are Peter Sikora, came out of nowhere, lighting it up with Hemsky right now, and everyone thought he was kind of getting over the hill, but he's putting up the points right now.
The ex-Ranger. At least he's not doing it for the Rangers, so I don't care.
Yeah, and Kovalchuk wasn't doing well. He didn't have many goals, and then
he just had the hat trick.
Yeah, he just had a hat trick, and now he's lighting it up again. Hossa always plays pretty consistently well. I'm sure Kovalchuk starting to score is also going to help keep players off of him and let Hossa get some goals.
It's a pretty awesome duo. They trade Heatley for him, but obviously it's working out pretty good for Atlanta. So
it's working out for Slava Kozlov. He's actually picking up a lot of points right now too.
Yeah, he's in the top 10 in fantasy.
Although I think they've been playing a lot of games. I know I've been checking. They played 4 games in 1 week, and they're playing 4 games in another week. So I think they may be a little ahead of every team in the NHL. So that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Crosby obviously is doing well, and
better than Ovechkin anyway.
Yeah, Ovechkin hasn't really picked it up, and actually Pittsburgh is very surprising right now. Jordan Stahl's doing very well, 18-year-old rookie. Malkin just arrived, and he's been lighting it up as well.
I got him on one of my teams. He scores every game. It's awesome.
Yeah, Ryan Whitney, the young defenseman, he's getting a lot of the points. And top defenseman, Sammy Salo. Salo's...
Give it a sec.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our little check-in reel.
That was awesome.
We hope to bring you lots of great checks and some glass breaking.
In the future, we'll have as much glass breaking as possible.
Yeah. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's nice to see.
Yeah, definitely. Cool stuff.
So, right now, we want to talk about fantasy hockey. I know I'm in 4 leagues.
I do about 3 leagues.
And I'm sure many of our viewers are also playing a lot of fantasy hockey. And
Possibly.
And his teams are not doing very well right now.
Yeah, what you don't want to do in multiple leagues is pick the same players for every team, because if they don't work out, it's never a good thing. If they do work out, power to you, but in my case, that's not the case.
No, not at all.
So, totally sucks.
So, to talk about the beginning of the NHL this month, some of the top scorers, Peter Sikora came out of absolutely nowhere. Everyone thought he was pretty much washed up.
Top-ranked fantasy guy right now. It's pretty
lighting it up with Hemsky. Normal players, Kovalchuk started off a little slow, and now he's moving along.
Lighting it up.
Hossa, very consistent. Chris Drury's actually doing pretty well right now.
Better than expected, I would say. I mean, he was always clutch, even in Colorado, but now he's just with the new rules, it's nothing holding him back. He just scores like a machine.
Yeah, Crosby, lighting it up as usual. On the defenseman side, Sammy Salo doing real well behind a strong offense of the Sedin twins and Naslund.
Yeah, I mean, it's good start. And then you got guys like Carl.
Matthew Carl, yeah. I actually watched a game the other night of San Jose, and he was looking really good. I think he's going to be a pretty good player.
Yeah, and he's a rookie, so that's pretty sick for them.
Yeah.
And then you got guys like Spacek and Mr. Spacek out of nowhere. It's what the heck, man?
Yeah, Gonchar's coming back this year. A little more offense in front of him in Pittsburgh.
Sorey, past week was ridiculous. Last week, he had 4 goals last week, which was crazy.
Yeah.
So
top goalies, Kari Lehtinen. Atlanta Thrashers are doing pretty well, and Lehtinen's getting some great stats.
You got Atlanta picked. I mean, you guys were ahead of the game because totally ripping it up. Half the players.
At least for the first month. You don't know how it's going to stick along the season.
Yeah, true that.
Manny Fernandez, everyone thought he was being pretty solid this year, and he's doing well, especially with Dimitra and Gaborik working together this year. J.S. Guerre is actually beating out Brizgalov, which is actually a surprise.
Screwing me because I got Brizgalov and he doesn't start at all. And when he did start, they had to pull him. Oh, he's killing me.
I hate when they pull goalies.
Killing me.
When they pull goalies, they kill your stats.
Oh my god. But
Toscala actually stealing the goaltending job in San Jose, which everyone pretty much thought.
Yeah, but I mean, at least Nabokov's getting some time. Brizgalov.
Yeah, well, they're shopping him. They got to trade him for something at some point.
Yeah, true that.
Marty Turco is being pretty solid this year. Dallas is actually playing well.
Yeah,
Brendan Morrow is actually doing very well this year.
Yeah, he's always a good fantasy guy.
I think he's going to lighten up on the penalty minutes this year, but he's actually putting up some more points. So it's looking good, and they named him the captain, so maybe that's helping out.
Yeah, definitely.
Top rookies, Andrei Kopitar.
Guy's sick.
I love this kid. He reminds me of Matt Sundin.
Yeah, totally. That's what they're calling him, little Sundin.
Yeah, and he had one nice goal where he
went around
totally
Pronger.
Beat out Pronger.
Yeah, made him look like beat him like a redheaded stepchild. Ridiculous. But,
we talked about Matthew Carl. Obviously, he's a rookie. Paul Stastny and Wojciech Walski on Colorado. Yeah. They're actually doing well. I mean, you talk about getting rid of Tanguay, losing Forsberg, and you were wondering if Colorado was going to be able to stick around in the top of the NHL, and a couple of rookies coming in doing pretty well.
Yeah, so far, I mean, they definitely, they got to replace Sakic. He's probably going to be done after if not this season, maybe next season. So.
Yeah, and John Michael Isles also on the defense. He's doing really well behind them.
Yeah, no, they look good.
Yeah.
And Malkin, of course, my boy from Russia.
Yeah, I mean, he only played
They
in.
found him. He made it to the U.S.
He's only played in like what, 3 games, 4 games?
He scores in every game.
Yeah, he's got points in every game,
I
and
think he scored a goal in every game already.
yeah,
Ridiculous.
yeah, he's
Sick. He
looking
totally
good.
Beat Prodor the other night, like 30. Oh, nasty.
Yeah, so looks like Malkin may be climbing the charts soon and maybe leading the rookies and the favorite for the Calder Trophy.
It's going to be him and Kopitar probably for the Calder. So
But biggest surprise is, of course, Sikora. If he's still available in your league for some odd reason, pick him up. Radim Verbata, he's available in a lot of leagues. He's been lighting it up with Havlat, who's tearing up the league. Got injured recently, and so did Khabibulin. Chicago was doing real well. They'll bounce back. They'll come back from injuries, and Havlat will light it up again. So keep an eye on Chicago. They're looking good.
And Saman, who was real good, so if he's available.
Yeah, Alexander Salmon had a hat trick, like we showed you earlier. He's actually putting up more points than Ovechkin, and some good surprises. So keep an eye. Some of the players that did well last year, always be patient because they tend to bounce back. This is only the first month. Good luck to your season, and we'll kind of follow up with this throughout the season as well.
So, thanks for watching our podcast again, and, we'll see you next time. We'll have some great highlights for you, and whatever insight we can give you guys on any of the ongoings of the NHL.
All right. See you later.
Later.